Hey everyone, today we're going to be sewing up the Juliette cardigan from Sonia Estep Designs. It is a slim fitting cardigan with 3 different length options, short, mid, and long. It also has 3 different sleeve length options, short, 3/4, and long. You can print it up in edge-to-edge format or overlap format. They also include a projector file if you have a projector set up and project right onto your fabric. They have 2 different files, one for cutting on light fabric and one for cutting on dark fabric. Today I'm going to be sewing up a mid-length long sleeve with the optional patch pocket. I have mine all cut out, so we're ready to go. Okay, so I have my pockets here, and I'm going to go ahead and take the top edge, fold it down about 1 inch, and press that. Same thing for the other pocket. I'm going to go ahead and go over to my cover stitch and top stitch that down. Okay, so you can see I went ahead and top stitched that in place. Now I'm going to take all of the other 3 edges, fold them in 1/4 inch, and press that. Once you have the other 3 down, you can use wash away wonder tape if you want to hold it in place. I am going to do that as I put it on the front of my cardigan. So I have my front piece here, and I have, I don't know if you can see, I've marked it with marker where I want to line it up. I'm going to go ahead and use that as a guide. Make sure I match my stripes. And then you can pin that in place, or again you could use wash away wonder tape to hold that in place, which I think is what I'm going to do on this one, just so I make sure it stays in place when I'm sewing it on. I can make sure my stripes stay lined up. So I am going to take this over to my sewing machine, and I'm going to top stitch down, across, and back up. I am at my sewing machine, and I'm going to go ahead and stitch on my pocket. I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing for my other pocket. Now that we have our front pockets on, we can go ahead and begin constructing cardigan. So I have my back piece here, and I'm going to put right sides up. We're going to attach our front piece to the back at the shoulder seams. So I have my front piece. I'm going to make sure the arm matches up to the right side so our arms are together. We're going to pin that in place. And the same thing with our other front piece. Pin it at the shoulder seams. And we're going to go ahead and sew that together. I'm going to use my serger. You could also use a stretch stitch on your sewing machine. Now we're going to attach our sleeves. So I'm going to lay this open. My front pieces are on the left, my back piece is on the right here, and I have my shoulder seam in the center here, and the arm that way. Grab my arm pieces. Make sure I marked I have my notches. So I mark my front piece, so my front is to the left, and that is my front. So this is the right sleeve for this side. I take my notch, put that at the shoulder seam, pin that in place, and then do the two corners. And then ease the rest of the sleeve in. Turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. Both of those on. Our sleeves are attached, we're going to go ahead and pin up the side seams, starting with our sleeves and then down and around the body of the cardigan. So I have my sleeve here. I'm going to pin them right sides together, matching my stripes as I go. ahead and sew those side seams. Ready to assemble our band. Alright, so I have my two band pieces here. And I have pinned them right sides together. The side with the little notch marks, because that's going to be our shoulder seams, and this is going to line up with the center back of the bodice. I'm just going to go ahead and sew those together. Now we're going to take this over to my cutting table and attach it to our cardigan. I have my cardigan here. I have the back neckline right here, right sides up, and I'm going to grab my pins. I am going to fold the band in half, wrong sides together, and that seam we sewed is going to match up with the center back of the back bodice piece. And then the marks that we had on our band are going to line up with the shoulder seam. And we're going to stretch it to fit. Okay, same thing on the other side. Find that mark. Pin it at our shoulder seam. And then stretch to fit. Alright, the rest of the band, we're going to continue folding wrong sides together and pinning without stretching along the front bodice. Do the same thing down the other side. going to take this to my serger and I'm going to serge all along the neckline and attach that whole long band. Okay, so I went ahead and serged on the band, and then I also pressed the seam towards the body and top stitched that in place too. So we are in the home stretch. We just need to press our bottom hem and our sleeve hems, and we are done. So I believe the pattern calls for a 1-inch hem. Inch on the sleeves. Over to my cover stitch and top stitch those. And we are done. I have top stitched sleeve hems and the bottom hem and pressed them, and you have finished your cardigan.